DC has style. You compare DC to any cities, everybody always is. DC can hold its own. Most of us have probably been slobs throughout our life because it was cool to be a slob, it was cool to be casual, and appear as though you could care less, really, in how you looked. We're at a time now where mainstream society is starting to accept the idea of looking put together. We're no longer celebrating the casualness of the previous generation. It's refinement, it's elegance that you're starting to see in magazines and television shows and in the media. People are excited about looking good. I've been an avid cyclist since the early 90s. It's been a part of my life for a long time. I've also been interested in style and dress. When I first saw the London Tweed Ride, it spoke to me. I saw folks looking their best, having the best time on bikes, and it struck me immediately as something that I had to be a part of. There was no DC Tweed Ride at that time. I came up with the idea in 2009, a Tweed Ride every fall, early November, great weather, and 500 to 800 people.
Be safe, have fun, off you go.
The entire ride is about 10 miles. We take up either the full width of the street or part of the street, depending on traffic. We'll start trickling through the city. We'll hit the stop signs, stop lights. People get split up throughout the way, but there's so many of us that no matter where you are, you feel like you're a part of something. About midway through the ride, we hit a part where we'll take a break at another designated park. Pie is served, other treats are served. People will lay out, relax, and then I'll ring the bell again, and we'll take off for the second portion of the ride. A lot of people think that it's difficult to be a dandy or to look like a dandy or to have a collection of great clothes. One thing to keep in mind is when you buy quality clothes, vintage or new, that look great on you, you tend to keep them around. They'll last you forever and they'll always be in style. It's the same thing with bicycles. If you get a great bike, you can hold on to it. You could pass it down to your kids. Your grandchildren will be able to ride that bike. A lot of the bikes in the DC Tweed Ride are older than the people riding them. It's an accessible event and it's an accessible culture. I'm proud of that. I like that it's something that you can get involved with without a lot of money. I think our events invoke sort of grace and style through treating a stranger as if they were a close friend or family member. The idea is that we're all here together contributing to something that is not only fun, but is filled with positive vibes and an attitude that we don't find ourselves in on a daily basis.
What is parkour? What is free running? It's the art of moving through your environment in an interesting and elegant way. It's moving through your environment with skill, with style, with grace, and efficiency. I started doing parkour in the DC area and it really drew me in. I started training as often as I could. I mean, sometimes I was training 7 days a week, probably overdoing it a little bit.